As mentioned on my last episode, I was going to be crossing into the Spanish border, and my plans haven't changed, and it's about an hour drive in the direction of Donostia. Go on mate, you can go. I've probably been in France for, I don't know, about a month, and it's been great. You know, I've driven all the way from Calais through to Paris, down to La Rochelle, and then further south into the French Basque Country. Went and got myself a new fishing rod. Went to use the new fishing rod at a lake in Bayonne. Didn't catch anything. And I also visited the Basque Museum while I was there. And then I hung around Biarritz for a few days and did some surfing. But the thing about France is it's quite expensive for van life and just for holidaying, really. I bought a watermelon for €9. €9 for a watermelon. I don't know whether that was hand-picked or what, but my word, that's expensive. Some of the campsites were around €40 for a night, so I just didn't bother with those. So I've just been doing the usual stuff, making food at the side of the road and, you know, just enjoy my own company. But it will be very nice to get into Spain and go to a part of the country that I've never been to before, the Basque Country. As it's getting quite late in terms of daylight and I'm quite hungry, I'd like to find somewhere nice to park up before we get into Donostia. So that is the plan, which is a very vague plan, but I'm glad you're here, I'm glad you're back with me. And hopefully crossing the border at Spain will be just as easy as it was in the UK. I don't think it requires too much jurisdiction, you know, I've got my passport somewhere in the van. We have got approximately 1 month left legally in Europe. And I'm not really going in the right direction for home, but I'm not letting that stress me out right now. We'll sort that out another time. We'll see what happens, but let's just say I'm not ready to come home yet. Oh. You can see the very traditional Basque houses. They all look like that here. The red roofs and the exposed beams on the walls. All different shades of green and red and blue. Windows and door frames. Window frames and doors. Door frames and windows. You choose. Oh, I'll turn High School Musical down. We are about to cross the border. Let's have a look. Wow, look at John with his fishing rod. Good man. Good man. Hello, what's this here? Well, that is wholly underwhelming because that was the crossing into Donostia, into the Basque Country. Some might know it as Spain, others know it as the Basque Country. I'm going to stick with the Basque Country. It's got its own people, it's got its own culture, it's got its own language, and the people, most importantly, want to be known as Basque, so that's who they are to me. This river alongside us basically separates Spain on this side and France on this side, which is pretty cool. One of the things that I like most about driving around in a camper van is the fact that if you get not bored, but if you just decide you want to see a different geography or a different sort of landscape, you can just go and do that, you know. And it only took me, it's only taken me 20 minutes really to get from the beach into the start of what looks like the mountains and stuff. It just gives you like such a freedom to just be able to, if you're done with a place, you can just, or you don't even like a place, just jump in your van and go. I've just seen something and I had to stop. Well, I had to turn around. There's a couple of gentlemen fishing on the bank. I thought I'm gonna have to go join in. I've really caught the bug recently. I want to come in here, guys. Let me in. This doesn't seem like the best way to do this. No, it's not. No, it is not. Sorry. Can I go? Thank you. Sorry. Yes, the boys know what's good for them. No such luck today. There's clearly no fish in that river. I'm going to try find us somewhere to camp in the mountain. How that's going to work, I'm not quite sure, but I guess if I head that way, I'm sure I'll find somewhere. I mean, we're definitely going up. We're definitely going north towards the sky. I don't mind it being a bit cold up there. How very British of me. Don't mind a bit of a chill in the air, you know? And I can feel it, it definitely feels a bit colder the higher we go. This will do very nicely. Let's go check out this view. That's basically where I'm parked. And it's a nice break from the cities and I guess the really hot, sticky air that's down by the beach. It's quite crisp, it's quite clean up here. It's very clean. Look at that view right over the Atlantic. Stuff everywhere. Let's get a bit of pasta on while we tidy the van a little. Have I got any water? I haven't been to a campsite in... Ew. Fishing rods flying everywhere. I haven't been to a campsite in ages, so I've not been able to fill up my water tank, so it's basically running on empty. Well, that's alright. I'll do for the pasta. And we'll use that water to drain the sink. What else do I need? So we'll save that. Thinking ahead, you see. Put that there. That's not good. I don't know what that alarm is about, so we're going to cook outside. Always got to have a backup option. Well, the detector on top of that, so hopefully I don't die in the middle of the night. Oh, it's all falling apart. Again, not the end of the world. I don't really use that fridge because I've never really plugged into anything, so be fine. Oh no, it's broken as well. What is happening? Everything's falling apart. It's alright. You've seen me make this recipe before on this channel, but it's the only ingredients I have. The pasta is cooked. I'm going to watch the sunset and I'll come finish this off. Right, let's finish what we started. It was lovely up there. This is a nuisance. Put that over there. Right. Right, what we got? As I was filming outside before I decided to go watch the sunset, some very pretty Spanish girls turned up. They probably thought, who's that lunatic trying to cook pasta on the side of a hill? That would be me. That would be me. Oh, hello. Not for the lactose intolerant. Where is the bacon? What have I done with the bacon? Right in front of me. Monoxide alarm stopped going off. So we're not going to die tonight. I don't think. At least I have electricity. That hasn't failed on me yet. And I have my health. You know, I started this channel. I'm not really sure why I started this channel, to be honest with you. But there are a few reasons. But one is that I wanted to showcase that you don't need much to have a good time. I've got a van that's falling apart. A fridge that's broken. The rest of it's alright, to be honest, but you know, it's not a perfect van. I don't have the perfect life, but I think you just got to make do with what you've got sometimes and enjoy your lot. Up in the mountains, in the Basque Country. I'm going to eat tonight. I've got a roof over my head, so what more do you want? What I want to do is take this down. You know, I've been thinking about it recently. I don't know if it's a good idea, so let me know what you think. I've been thinking about getting rid of the front two seats. It just opens up so much more space. But then it's just super lonely, isn't it? And it's... what was if you want to give someone a lift somewhere? You've got to sit them in the back like a taxi driver. Get rid of some of this oil. Lower the heat. Add the pasta. That is loads of pasta. Add the sauce. And of course, eat it from the pan for less washing up. Fork. What on earth was that? We'll try to find a campsite soon, so just get everything back in order, because when you're off grid for so long, things just go a bit to pot, to be honest. And so much pasta. So much pasta. Doof, doof, doof. Where does that come from? Oh, what a lovely place to stop for the night. It's a bit cold up here. Good morning, campers. It's looking like a beautiful day. It's probably about 8 AM in the morning. I'm not sure. That was a lot harder than it should have been. Fresh air, bit of peace and quiet, can't beat it. I'm going to finish this and then we'll get back on the road. As usual, I'm not quite sure what we're going to find in Donostia, although I do know it's meant to be very beautiful. I think it's about a 40-minute drive and we'll get back down to the beach. We're about 10 minutes out of the city now of Donostia. And one of the things that I like most about Europe is the cafe culture. We don't quite have it like that in the UK, mainly because of the weather, I think. But you just have loads of little restaurants and bars and people just always sat outside them drinking coffee, reading. I really like that about being away and travelling, because you get to be amongst people and it's just a nice way to spend time. So I think once I find somewhere to park, that is what we are going to do. I want to look presentable because I need to go to an internet cafe before we do anything, because I've got a new job, a new part-time job that's going to allow me to keep travelling and working on the road, but I need to find somewhere that I can do, well, somewhere with internet. I'm best not to hit anyone on the road. I haven't knocked over a civilian yet, which is always good. Always very good news. That's where I want to be, in this work cafe. They have them all over Spain, these Santander work cafes where you can just go in, put your laptop down and use the internet as long as you buy a coffee and stuff. Oh, how do I get down there? Oh, better. Sorry ladies. 1.95. These always fill me with a lot of angst. Oh, hello. Oh, that's so close. Let's not stall it on it. Oh. Oh, moody down here, isn't it? Looks like the red light district, but for cars. Planta completa, planta completa. I feel a little bit more at ease in Spain, because I speak the language a little bit better than I do here, than I did in France. Hello. Ah, it's a war of the cars. Who's going to nick the spot? The young British lad. No respect for the queue. Very unlike. There we go, look at that. So they put a bollard there. Utter chaos. It's a nightmare. I hate these indoor car parks. Oh no! No, I didn't want to come out here. Yeah, they just fill me with such dread because the roofs are so small. I just think you get sandwiched in. You know what? I've absolutely nailed that. Perdona, perdona.
Sí, seguro que sí. Oye, y lo de la mano, a ver si se recupera cuanto antes.
Hola, buenas. ¿Puedo trabajar aquí?
Puedes trabajar en todas las zonas.
Sí, vale.
Tanto en estas mesas, sofás.
Estás bien.
Perfecto.
Sí, gracias, hombre.
Bienvenido.
Tengo una pregunta.
Sí.
¿Me puedes recomendar un placer cerca de aquí? ¿Cuál es mejor por pinchos y comida?
Vale. Cerca de aquí, sí, vamos a poner aquí. Y esta es la playa, la Concha, y este es el puerto. Donde están los barcos. Pues todo esto de aquí, hay muchos sitios para comer, para tomar una cerveza, de pinchos. Ahí hay muchos.
What a pleasant experience that was in this work cafe. They have them all over the Basque Country and in Spain. It's really a great way to get on the internet and do some work. And as I've now got a new job, I'm going to go celebrate with some pinchos somewhere in the city, because that nice gentleman just recommended me. But for now I need to move my van, because I'm probably racking up a hefty bill. And then yeah, we'll go have a look. Let's find somewhere to park. Let's get out of this dark and dingy, claustrophobic parking lot. The radio's serving up some absolute bangers. That will do very nicely. ¿Tienes una mesa libre?
Sí, pero lo único, la cocina cierra ahora a las 4. Queda solo los pinchos fríos.
Hola, buenas. Yo quiero unos pinchos de eso, uno de eso. No, este.
I'm not sure about this.
Gracias. Bye. ¿Puedo comprar un ticket por
There is
tickets
yes, I think.
if I go to the stadium?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. Enjoy. ¿Qué llevar en las tortillas? Una, sí. Pinchos number 2. They're lovely, not very filling. That's all I'll say. That's how a tortilla should look if you see my older episodes. Let's get stuck in, shall we? No, it won't. It's really hot. Obviously, it's just on the microwave. That's so good. Gracias. Hasta luego. I'm all fed. I'm going to try and get myself to this stadium for the game. Not sure if there are any tickets left, but we'll see what happens. ¿Dónde es el partido?
El
Partido.
en el estadio de Anoeta, en el Real Arena.
Tienes grips. The dolly.
¿Dolly? Sí, adentro.
Ah, yo hago eso en Inglaterra.
Sí, maquinista.
Maquinista en español.
En español, maquinista.
¿Adentro?
Sí, claro.
Oh, to meet. Yo no
Sí,
sé.
quieres conocer, to meet.
Yes. ¿Es posible o no?
Dice que él es maquinista,
Ajá.
de normal.
¿Y qué? ¿Estás en algún proyecto aquí?
Habla en inglés.
Ah, hablo inglés.
No pasa nada. Mi español es... ¿Estáis aquí mañana?
Sí.
Sí.
Ah, cool.
A ver si mañana yo luego hablo con él.
Increíble. Adiós. So I didn't get to meet my fellow grips or maquinistas, but the lady on the truck did say that if I came back tomorrow she'd introduce me, so maybe I'll do that. I mean, I definitely will do that. But anyway, let's get to this football match and try and get a ticket. We are in the area, so hopefully we'll get ourselves a ticket now. Hola, me gustaría comprar un billete por el partido. ¿A dónde?
De la taquilla. Pregunta, es que no...
La taquilla está ahí.
Aquellos están ahí a la vuelta.
Están ahí a la vuelta, un poco más adelante. Espera.
Gracias, yo quiero comprar un billete. No sé. ¿A dónde es la otro equipo? Sí, cerca de ellos. ¿Es posible? ¿Cuántos por eso?
30.
Gracias, lo aprecio. We're in. I got a ticket and I think it's close to the away fans. But she said that I couldn't buy tickets for that part of the stadium, so... Well, it's funny, isn't it, how life works out? I saw the lads and I was like, that's what I want to do. I didn't even know there was a game, but I love sports, all sports, so... Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yo quiero un pollo asado mitas.
Asado,
Sí,
patatas pequeñas
sí,
y Coca-Cola.
sí. The pinchos earlier were nice, but they just have not filled me up. So I'm going to get a little bit of pre-match food and then we'll get to the game. Ah, gracias. Muchas gracias. That was absolutely lovely, but the atmosphere is building up, so I'm going to go check it out before we get into the stadium. There's flares going off and everything. How exciting! It wasn't the most exciting game I've ever seen, but it was a good atmosphere. I tell you what, I've seen quite a few Spanish teams play, and Real Sociedad, this team in San Sebastian, has the best fans by a long way. But anyway, now let's get back to the van, let's go put our feet up, let's go relax. That was quite the mission. I was going to move the van tonight, but I don't think I can be bothered. It's not always sunsets, sometimes it's just at the side of the road. But if you enjoyed this episode, then I'd like to grow the channel, so if you subscribed, it'd really help, and we'll see where you can take this. But for now, it's been a pleasure. Be kind to yourselves, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.